Hey guys, I have had a ton of requests for a bunch of different videos, and so I wanted to kind of just nail a bunch out while I can. I have about an hour before I have to leave, so sorry if you're sick of this look by the end of this last video that I'm gonna film, but this is just an hour I actually have for once to get some filming done. So, what am I gonna talk about today? Okay, so I am asked all the time, becoming a travel agent, how do you do it? I want to become a travel agent. Is there money in it? Blah, blah, blah. So I will say that I think to become a travel agent and make even a part-time income on it, you need to work for a while at it. So if becoming a travel agent is something that you want to do, I would suggest just doing it to start as like a thing on the side. Don't start it thinking that you're going to make a ton of money, because you're not. So the way I did it is, over the past few years, I've been contacted by some companies just that have seen my, YouTube channel, or I had actually reached out to a few too, and like one of them wanted to charge me all these fees and stuff like that. And I had a travel agent before that. That's a friend of mine. And so I knew kind of like what she paid for and what she didn't pay for, and like her pay scale. And it was really nice knowing her for a few years and knowing kind of the ins and the outs of it, where she and I could talk. She obviously couldn't tell me like exact people, but she could tell me some of the ups and downs and the positives and the negatives of being a travel agent. Just being friends with someone, you kind of get that information. So I found a company that I was happy with. I had interviewed with them and they were ready to sign me on. So I am a total travel agent. I can book anything. I specialize in Disney, and I like Disney because I know Disney, especially DisneyWorld. So I specialize in DisneyWorld. There's a ton of agents in my company that specialize in Disneyland and cruises and Adventures by Disney. So I feel very comfortable and confident in Disney. Not to mention the training that they give you is awesome. So you can book anything for Disney, for anyone. You just have to have your certain credentials and whatever. And when you first become a Disney agent, you don't get all those benefits of free tickets and all that type of stuff. That comes after you've in order to get all the benefits, you do have to sell a good amount of packages before that can happen. So I will say that if you really want to become an agent just for the benefits, the discounted rooms and tickets and stuff like that, it's probably not the job for you. I'll say that if you love Disney and you love planning vacations and a lot of your friends ask you to help, it may be something that you enjoy. I'm in the process of booking my first Universal vacation. I can even book like Great Wolf Lodge and Busch Gardens and all that stuff. I can book all that stuff. Puerto Rico, Punta Cana, Mexico, cruises, anything. I can book all that stuff. I can book flights too. It is a job that does take a lot of work, and you're not paid by the hour or weekly or whatever. You're paid after your clients travel. So it is something that will be time consuming, and you won't get paid until way after the fact. I will, however, say that it is very rewarding. It's very cool. I've had 3 people travel so far, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed helping them. I've had easy clients, and I've had clients that don't know anything. I've had clients that know a lot, and it's just cool kind of helping in the different ways that people need you as a travel agent. If you want to book a Disney vacation and you've been to Disney a lot and you know how to do fast passes and ADRs and online check-in, you can book through me, and basically I'll apply the payments for you, and I'll call and apply any discounts, and you can still do all that stuff. Another thing, you don't charge your clients. They get the same rates that are out on the Disney site right now. However, Disney pays you. So that's something to remind people, because a lot of people will contact me and be like, oh, I want to use you, but I can't. I'm like, well, it's the same price. So, you can use me if you want to, and then you have the benefit of me planning whatever you don't want to plan. So, it's kind of a lot of groundwork. You do spend a lot of time chatting with people, and you do have a lot of quotes that don't go anywhere, because Disney is expensive, and sometimes it's kind of eye-opening to people. But the people that do book and the people that come back to you later and say, okay, I'm ready to book now and stuff like that, and just getting to talk about it, it's a lot of fun. I am specializing in Disney, and that's kind of my focus right now, and Universal, but I do plan to really kind of dive in and get more involved in all the other trainings that I have, so that I can make sure that I'm confident in all the other places that I can get people to travel. I know my best friend wants to do a regular cruise, and I'm excited to try to book that for her. And just, you know, it's a learning curve, and it's nerve-wracking every time you do something new that you haven't done before, but it is a lot of fun, and it is a lot, you know, really rewarding. And I hope that I can stick with it and make enough money that I can get my travel card, and I can get some of those discounts and be able to really, you know, take that benefit in as well. Just keep in mind, you are a kind of like independent contractor, so you need to set aside money for taxes. You have to save receipts for everything so you can use it as business expenses. It is a business. It is a job. You know, it kind of goes along the same lines as my Scentsy business and my YouTube business. Doing taxes is getting very complicated for me. It's very, very hard at times to get all these taxes done and make sure I have everything, and I get very nervous doing it, but you know, I feel confident in doing it. And you know, it's a very part-time income. I make very, very part-time income, but it is money that I'm earning while I'm sitting at home. I don't have to pay childcare, and it's just nice when I get that little extra money. And you know what? Last year I made enough to fund Christmas and birthdays and, you know, all that type of stuff with ease, and we still had a little bit left over. This year, I haven't looked to see what I've made for the year. I probably should, but I bet you I'm on that same curve. You know, maybe I've probably made a little bit more. But you know, it's nice knowing that something is paid for. I've contributed something to my checking account, you know what I mean, and the household expenses that I have to pay. And it is nice doing it from home and, you know, not having to worry about anything. And I think it's a job that you could totally have if you worked. You know, you could, I just actually got a text message from a client. You know, it's something you could totally do, but you know, you do have to be there for your clients when they're traveling, for their fast passes, for their ADRs. You have to be organized. You have to get a system. I still don't love the system that I have, but I'm working on it and trying to improve it. And I know with time that it'll get there. And it is a hard job, and it feels like, you know, you don't hear anything from anyone for a while. And then all of a sudden, like this week, like the past few weeks have been kind of quiet. And then this week, all of a sudden, like a ton of like clients are coming through, and it's been really, really busy. But it's nice knowing that, okay, now I have a bunch more vacations to plan, and it's just exciting. It's very, very exciting. And you know, my agency is just one of many. I would just say make sure that you have an agency that's earmarked. My agency is earmarked. Make sure you know all that comes along with that. You know, there are things that you can say and do and that you can't say and can't do. Make sure that you're comfortable and do all the training, and there's constantly more training. Like I still need to finish my training for like the Universal site we use, and for all the other stuff I still need to finish that training. And I know that I just had something pop up for the Disney training again. So you know, it is work, it is hard, but you're not going to make millions. You know, you're not going to make that, you know, if you want to make $50,000 a year, you're not going to make that starting off. So you got to take your time and build your base and build your customers and do a good job, and then they'll talk to you about someone else. You know, I have a client right now that was referred to me by someone that I'm just friends with on Facebook, that she's actually a YouTube subscriber too, but like, she's never booked with me, but you know, I think she knows that I know Disney, and so she was helping me out by sending me a referral. So by all means, if you have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer what I can. There are some things I can and can't say, and I'm not going to tell you how much I make, but it is a very small percentage of what people, you know, pay for their vacation. So just keep that in mind, that, you know, it's work, it's hard work, and I think the pay will come. I think it will. And I think that over time, and I'll build my client base, and just seeing, I saw some pictures this week of a client that was traveling, and it just made me like get goosebumps. Like it was just really, really exciting. So that's that on becoming a travel agent. Like I said, if you have any questions, email me. If you would like to book a vacation, email me. If you just want numbers, email me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.